In the galaxy of Xylaris, where balance among species was upheld by ancient pacts, humans were a forbidden mystery. And this, began Professor Lyric, 12, his luminescent sensors flickering, is why humans must never be invited to galactic conflicts. A crystalline silicon student emitted a static hum. But, Professor, aren't they too primitive to be dangerous? Then why are they treated with such caution? And what makes them different? Lyric 12 hesitated, his interfaces blinking slowly. It's not what they have, it's what they do. They see limits as challenges. The room fell silent. During the Zarnath War, they were thought to be harmless allies. We were wrong. Humans didn't just adapt existing technology, they reimagined it in unimaginable ways. They created weapons that distorted time-space, erasing armies before battles even began. They turned science into an arsenal. They called it, the temporal final solution. The professor leaned forward, his voice dropping. And that wasn't even the worst part. The students, even without faces, showed unease. We didn't ban them. We asked them to stop. A murmur spread through the room. Today, they remain on their planet. But if they ever decide to venture out again, no galaxy will be large enough to stop them. The ensuing silence was profound. Somewhere, thought Lyric 12, a human was smiling, and that was more terrifying than any weapon. How are the kids? Hernandez began with a broad smile, his voice echoing through the transmission. Still spooked by scary stories about us big, bad humans? Professor Lyric 12 hesitated, his chromatophores shifting to pale hues. I don't know what you're talking about. Hernandez chuckled, a sound that sent chills down Lyric's sensory nerves. Come on, Professor. We both know you keep the classroom monitored. Standard procedure, right? Keeping tabs on the next generation of potential threats? Lyric shrank slightly. How long have you known about that? Hernandez shrugged nonchalantly. Since we helped you install the system. The professor froze. That security barrier, it was human technology? The captain smiled with unsettling calm. We love our toys. And we love it even more when you think you're in control. The professor swallowed hard. Why would humans allow this? For fun. He mustered the courage to ask, but Hernandez interrupted. We know we scare you, and with good reason. Maybe that's for the best. Keeps everyone on their toes. So you're not planning to, Lyric began, but Hernandez cut him off. Conquer the galaxy? Don't make me laugh. Do you have any idea how much effort that would take? We're busy with our own projects. Hernandez casually mentioned human missions to Mars and Europa, as if they were trivial. The professor paled. But Europa is protected by the Galactic Council. Hernandez smirked enigmatically. Protected by whom? We're the aliens there. The line disconnected. Lyric 12 stood paralyzed. The idea of humans in the Galactic Council was surreal. What if they redefined the concept of limits yet again? And you? What do you think about humans in this wild scenario? Should they explore the galaxy further or stay in their corner? Share your thoughts in the comments and tell us your crazy idea for the next diplomatic invention by humans. A proposal that will forever change galactic politics, Hernandez announced, his voice echoing across the chamber. The crowd froze, collectively holding their breath, or releasing spores, depending on their species. He paused dramatically and continued, we want to participate in the Galactic Olympics. For a moment, silence reigned. Then chaos erupted. Screeches, clicks, hums, and vibrations filled the chamber. A sentient rock, puzzled, asked, "What is an Olympics?" Hernandez raised his hands, calling for calm. "I imagine you're thinking, humans? Beyond their own solar system? How could they compete?" Lyric 12 massaged his tentacles, anticipating disaster. But Hernandez carried on enthusiastically. "We've been practicing. And we have new events to propose." A hologram appeared, showing a human in a spacesuit surfing a black hole. Kiki, perplexed, whispered, "Is that possible?" Hernandez grinned. "We call it cosmic surfing." The goal? Cross the event horizon without getting spaghettified. Oh, and wait until you see the neutron star javelin throw. The crowd panicked. Delegates argued, some fainted, while Hernandez remained calmly observant. "I promised we'd behave, Professor," he said casually to Lyric. "This is us at our best." Lyric could only watch as chaos unfolded. Was this the fall of galactic diplomacy? As discussions heated up, Hernandez pulled Lyric aside. "Come on, Professor. I want to show you something." Lyric was taken to a hangar and saw the unimaginable, a spacecraft designed like a terrestrial car, outfitted with absurd technology. 0 to light speed in 3.7 seconds, Hernandez said proudly. Lyric, stunned, stammered, "Why?" Hernandez smirked. "Because we can. Want to take it for a spin?" Kiki burst into the hangar. "Professor. The Council is calling an emergency vote. They want to preemptively surrender to humans." Lyric felt helpless. Hernandez laughed. "Ah, Professor, at least no one's at war, right?" The galaxy was in disarray, but, as always, humans found fun in chaos. Part 4, An Unexpected Invitation. The Galactic Council chamber was in uproar, alarms blaring as beings of all kinds debated in chaotic frenzy. At the center of it all, Hernandez led the way, followed closely by 19-9 and Kiki. "Let's go, folks," Hernandez said with a calm smile. "Let's see what kind of trouble we've stirred up now." As they entered the main hall, the chaos escalated. Delegates argued fervently while a gaseous life form shifted colors like a living disco ball. In the midst of it all stood a human woman, serenely composed. "Ah, there you are, Rod," she called out. "I was beginning to think you'd taken a wrong turn through a black hole." Hernandez introduced Ambassador Chen, who swiftly cut through the formalities. "We're in the middle of resolving an interstellar misunderstanding," she said. "Nothing serious, just a translation error." Before more questions could arise, a powerful voice echoed. "We accept the humans' challenge." All eyes turned to Ambassador Krolex of the Cephalopodian Collective, renowned for their flawless logic. "If we win," Krolex said, "you will temper your chaotic ideas for galactic remodeling." Hernandez grinned. "And if we win?" Krolex hesitated. "Name your price." The room fell silent, anticipation thick in the air. Hernandez calmly replied, "You'll organize the largest intergalactic barbecue ever seen." The initial shock gave way to laughter and murmurs of intrigue. Even the stern Krolex seemed intrigued. As details were hashed out, 19-9 noticed something remarkable. For the first time, there was hope in the room. Perhaps, just perhaps, humans had found a unique way to unite the galaxy. After all, who had time for war when there was barbecue to plan? The tension in the hall was almost tangible, every sound reverberating like a veiled threat. 19-9 watched Captain Hernandes, who was engaged in a heated discussion with the energetic beings. His words carried an enigmatic weight no one else could grasp. "You have to try the essence of a perfectly smoked brisket," he said, his eyes gleaming with an intensity bordering on unsettling. But there was something more in the room, something unseen yet ominous. The chaos, once comedic, began revealing a pattern, an order that only humans seemed to perceive. Species once isolated now mingled like old allies, exchanging culinary secrets while drones plotted routes for a colossal buffet. Even the elusive dark matter beings showed a surprising interest, offering to bring dark chocolate. When Hernandes faced off against Krolex in a duel, the atmosphere reached its peak. The room stilled. Every motion seemed amplified, each gesture resonating through the space. "If I win," hissed Krolex, his multiple eyes locked in concentration, "you'll let us lead the event on a neutron star. The density variations will create flavors unknown to the galaxy." Hernandes, red-faced with exertion, smirked. "And if I win, you'll try our 5-alarm chili. Don't worry, we'll provide fire extinguishers." XX9's hearts pounded erratically. This wasn't just a contest, it was the galaxy's fate on the line. When Hernandes roared in victory, the room erupted in cheers. Yet, for 19-9, the silence within lingered. He knew this wasn't an end, it was the beginning of something no one could foresee. Humans had triumphed again, not with force but with chaos and creativity. And now, the universe, with all its uncertainties, was at their mercy. So, what did you think of this intergalactic feast and humanity's unique way of turning chaos into celebration? If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like the video, share it with your cosmic-loving friends, and subscribe to the channel for more galactic adventures. See you on our next journey through the universe.